Hey guys, my name is Vidrun and you're very welcome back to yet again another video of Barca Weekend. In today's video, we have a match review of the game against PSG, and we're gonna talk about fairly everything happening inside of this game. So if you're not new to my channel, I will be very happy if you subscribe my channel, like this video, and comment if you like to. So the game ended in a 2-1 victory for Paris Saint-Germain. We weren't good today and we didn't deserve to win, and we are gonna talk about everything happened inside of the game. As you can see, this is the team we start today. We played with Szczesny, Kubarsi, Garcia, Gerard Martin, Kunde, Frankie de Jong, Pedri, Olmo, Rashford, Ferran, and Lamine. If you guys don't know why we played with Eric and Kubarsi at the back and we played with the front up front instead of Leva, or maybe at the back with Christensen or Araujo, it is because Kubarsi and Garcia are the best player that we have on the ball on defense, who can maybe create chance by just passing ball to Rashford or Lamine, or creating great opportunity for other players with their build-up play. So it's acceptable if we wanted to let these two players play with each other, but in build-up both of them were good, and even in defense good. Kubarsi made an error that led to a goal, but overall Eric was fabulous and fantastic. And if we would change maybe the system that we would likely to play, was that we play with Kubarsi and Araujo, but I think Eric was way better than all the other options that we had. And playing from was that because we wanted to press them high, and the press that wasn't successful inside of the second half as well as the first one, maybe the 20 or 30 minutes of first of the game, it was acceptable and it was good, but after that the team was just so tired. We talked about it, that we have to let some of our players get some rest before this kind of game that is so much pressure on everybody, but it didn't happen against Sociedad, so we got our reward here. This is the PSG lineup, as you can see, with Chevalier in goal, Pacho, Nuno Mendes, Zabarni, Hakimi, Vitinha, Fabian Ruiz, João Neves, and it's wrong, Zaire Emery played here, Mayulu, Barcola, and Ibrahim Mbaye. Every one of their their midfielder reached to this game, but Luis Enrique didn't let João Neves play. It was on him, but he was ready. So there is only their front three who's missing this game. And I saw people talking about if PSG was full team, this would be a disaster, but I think they don't have a brain, or they're missing a brain cell inside of their head, because we didn't have Balde. He played for us, but he was injured for like half of for the past month or even 2 months. He didn't play for us, and this is the first game he came back and played for us after those months. And you think that he would play at the way he used to play for us before the injury. It wasn't acceptable, I know that, but Balde is one of our way to get up front. He's the only defender we have who can carry the ball to the other phase of the game. You have to understand that when you talk about PSG having injuries, we have injuries too. Danny Olmo, who played trash this game, used to sit on the bench in the last month. Whole games was playing. We were playing with Firmin, and he was absolute genius. And if this game Firmin would be here, it wouldn't be maybe at least 2-2, because Olmo missed a open clear chance on the goal, and this is not acceptable. This is UCL, and you have to be on your game if you want to win the UCL trophy. You cannot make mistakes in such a big stages and importance. So we as well didn't have Rafinha. Rashford didn't do anything this game. You have to talk about this. I'm gonna talk about everything happening in this game. I'm gonna rate a player, as you can saw that, and Rashford didn't do anything. We have to say that he maybe dribbled once or twice, but what was that? Like, what did it bring to the game? It was absolutely nothing. Or maybe we could have changed something. Maybe if we had Rafinha, we could have played with something else, some kind of more tactic. And Ferran, who could have easily scored a hat-trick, he missed twice and he scored once. It's not acceptable. You score once, okay, it's right, but what about the other game? What about the rest of the game? You were just I don't know, did maybe in the second half he didn't press properly in the last minutes of the first half, in the second half, and we brought Leva in the second half, but that wasn't enough. The game was out of our hands, and I didn't know, because we were tired, we couldn't really press them properly, and because we couldn't press properly, the defense was disaster. There was so many space gap between defenders, and PSG exploit that. And you saw that their midfielder get so many rests because they said they are injured, but they all play today. And the attacking three have been, the second team, I have to say. But it was the other way around for us, and we couldn't really do anything because we were tired. We didn't press properly, we didn't defend properly. If we wanted to press, we didn't do that. If we wanted to sit back, we didn't do that as well, because there was so many gap between players, and there is so much space for PSG to exploit. I want you guys to take a look at this picture. Look how easily they scored against us, and not to mention that Szczesny was like nothing. Like, he didn't do nothing, and they did whatever they like with our defense, and they scored however they like. The both shots that they scored, if we had Juan Garcia, I'm 100% sure that he would save both, but there is nothing we can do right now. We have to wait and pray for his comeback soon, because we have more games, more important games than this one. This was a group stage one. It was a great some kind of warning for us to understand that where we are standing right now, and we have to up our games if we wanted to win this UCL title. As you can see, here is Nuno Mendes, as we are pressing, Lamin pressing the Pacho, the defender, and Nuno Mendes take the ball, dribble, and he goes up, way up to this position of the pitch, and then he passed it to the striker. It was Mayula, if I'm not being wrong, and he scored it. He tapped it on the middle of the goal, and Szczesny just lay down and he scored the goal. And this is not acceptable. What is Koundé doing? You have to grab him and take a foul. What is De Jong doing? De Jong did that maybe later in the game, and he took a yellow card for that. But Koundé has to do something. You cannot stand here and let him go all the way to our box and pass to the other player and he scored. And Kubarsi here, what was that? We talk about you are the next Puyol, something like that, but these are not acceptable. You have to look for what is happening behind you as well as in front of you. You're not pressing proper, and you're not even taking the player. And Eric was over there trying to, having an eye on Ashraf Hakimi, who was high as well. But we made a mistake and they scored. This is not acceptable, guys. And we have to say whatever is necessary. And I think it wasn't it was Flick problem, because he absolutely, there is no reason that he wouldn't know that the team is tired, and he should have used another tactic. We couldn't defend on pressing, because you saw that what happened inside of this game. Hope he learned from this mistake. Flick, this season is not like last season. This is his second season. I know pressure is high, but we have to understand that, and Flick has to understand that as well. This is the match fact stats of the game. As you can see, 47 ball position to 53 for PSG got the better hands. XG 1.64 for PSG, 1.27 for us. PSG again higher. Total shots 15 for them and 12 for us. Again, PSG higher. And we only had, I guess, 3 or 2 shots on target, and that shows how miserable we were. Maybe 4, I don't remember that, maybe 4 on target. And they had so many shots on target, we just couldn't stop them from attacking us. That's ridiculous. Big chances for them and 3 for us. And yeah, this is it. And the other thing we have to talk about this clown right here, he easily changed the game. He didn't take a penalty for us on Eric Garcia, which was a clear foul. If you have a eye for football, and I don't know what the fuck is happening inside of VAR. Like, if it was for PSG, like, whole game would have been stopped just to check out what happened inside of the box, and they just showed us one point of view of one camera, and they think that's enough for this game. It's a Champions League game, and between 2 of the best teams inside of the world right now, and you're not showing whatever happened inside of that box, and this is ridiculous. He should have sent off Nuno Mendes for the second tag he had against Yamal, and these two would change the game. These two would change the game, and this guy was absolutely trash. I'm not gonna sit here and not talk about whatever happened inside of this game. And the third goal of them were offside. They showed the minute the ball left the Ashraf Hakimi foot. But the other thing that we have to talk about, the moment he touched the ball, it was a clear offside. If you can see it as well without any like VAR or anything like that, he was an offside. It was an offside, and even VAR said that. Archie said that it was an offside and the referee should have called it. But what do we have? This is like Cheferin is like a brother to that motherfucking clown. What was the Arabian guy name? That black dude, I don't remember the name. Nasser Al Khalifi, yeah, that fucker. And this is absolutely ridiculous. And they made us pay like 50 million. But what about this? What about the game? This is not acceptable, and Laporta has to do something. He has to stand for the team. I'm not getting this anymore. I'm not getting used to this anymore. All season happening something instead of this UCL, and what the fuck we have to do with this? This is not acceptable, and we have to do something. Laporta has to do something, and there has to be something like a bigger, I don't know, a bigger person who has to, watch for what UEFA do. And no, nothing is acceptable. But this was an offside as well. This guy is a clown. The war room was a clown. And Kubarsi, I know he's a young, talented guy, but this is not acceptable in this stage of the game, in a stage of the UCL. You have to be up on your game, and this wasn't acceptable. This is the chance that I was talking about. Ferran missed it, and he could score from first, but then Dani Olmo missed it as well. And not to mention that the PSG ultras were making more sounds than us instead of this shithole we call a stadium for us. Hope that we would actually sooner goes back to Camp Nou, because you can hear all game they say Lulu Paris, but there was no sound of this crowd. They just maybe whistle, maybe booed the other teams, something like that. Maybe cheered when we scored, and maybe when we were defending, or maybe playing, bringing player on. But all the game they were sitting and watching this game, and this is trash. And Montjuic has to go. These 2 years has to be removed from our mind, because we were trash inside of all these games because we didn't have any fans. It seems like we are playing in some kind of I don't know, maybe both teams are playing on outside of their home, just like PSG's ultras were making more sounds than us, and this is crazy and not acceptable. So the last thing that we have to talk about is rating these players and going 1-1. Starting with goal, I give Szczesny 2.5. That's right, he didn't have a good day. I have to say whatever is necessary to be said. I love Szczesny, but this is not what we want from you, Szczesny. Yeah, you have to be better. 2 goals, and 2 of them were ridiculous. You could have saved them, and if we had Juan Garcia, he would have saved them both. Gerard Martin, 4.7. I was very generous with this rating, guys. I have to say that we were trash, and this is not acceptable, and this is what I do. Gerard Martin, who subbed up for Balde, but Balde couldn't do anything. It was like 1 month and a half after the injury he got. Gerard Martin wasn't good defensively and offensively as well. He took the ball, but this is not what we want from a Barcelona player, and it is not acceptable, but it is understandable that Gerard Martin is not the Barcelona level player. Pau Cubarsí, I gave him 5.6, and he was good all the game, but he made so many mistakes defensively, and defense is just not the place for mistakes. He had the biggest impact on their first goal. In the second half, he was poor on defending. Eric Garcia, I gave him 8. He's the man of the match for us, for this side that we had. He was great with the ball, off the ball. He did whatever he could, but the other, all the players that we are talking about has to learn from him. And the other thing that the other factor that we have to talk about is that he was ready and he got the enough rest for this game, and that is noticeable for this kind of game. And Flick should have let some players like Pedri, like De Jong, maybe Ferran get some rest for this game and against Sociedad. But as you saw against Sociedad, we were dying to score those 2 goals, but it is what it is. Kunde, I give him 5. He was good at a time on defense, not really good at offense, and I think 5 is way too generous for him. Frankie De Jong, I gave him 6 because he played till the last minutes, although he played all those weeks, and this shows that he was ready for this game. But as well as defensive side, he wasn't good at offensive side. He was good on build up, maybe great with Pedri, but defensively he wasn't just there, and there was so many space before him and before Pedri here for them to exploit. I give Pedri 7.5. He could have get more points than this, because you guys have watched the Barcelona team, this Flick side last season and this season as well. And you guys know whenever Pedri is not doing well, or whenever he's subbed off, the team is going to die, just like that. Easy as it sounds. Pedri is the heart of this game and this team. I don't know what else should I say about it, but the moment Pedri subbed off, the game was just went out of our hands. If I was instead of Flick, instead of the team, I wouldn't let Pedri leave the pitch. I know he was tired, but even dying Pedri could save us. Have to say that he's the best player, guys. What do you want to do? We cannot do anything because we don't have anything to replace him. He's the best player in the world. I have to say that, best player in the world. He was way better than Vitinha this game. You saw that in the first half, maybe in the second half. The moment he subbed off, everything was just went out of our hands. Lamine Yamal, I give him 5.8. This is generous as well. He didn't do anything, just maybe in 2 or 3 opportunity instead of first half. Second half, he didn't really do anything. He just taking shot for fun, and this is not acceptable for this game. Dani Olmo, I give him 3, and 3 is generous, maybe 1, because he wasn't good at build up, he wasn't good at pressing, he wasn't good at creating chance. He had a clear chance to score the goal. Which one of them was this one? And he missed it, and he yet managed to miss this chance, and this is ridiculous. I cannot believe this. 3 for Dani Olmo, who subbed off for maybe Casado, if I'm not being wrong, and Bernal, who came for Pedri, and we brought on Christensen for Eric. And Rashford, I give him 5.3. This is generous as well. He didn't do anything. He had a maybe good 1 or 2 dribble on the left hand side, but he didn't do really anything inside of this game. And he subbed off for Lewandowski, who switched position to Ferran at the last minutes of the game. And Ferran, I give him 6, and this is way out of generosity because he scored a goal, and this is not acceptable for our number 9 to miss 2 big chances who could have easily changed this game for us the other way around. And 6 is enough for him. And if Flick knows that, I want to talk about something. If Flick knows that the team is not ready and some players are maybe tired, you should have let Lewandowski play inside of this game. I have to say that you should have let Leva play, because maybe let Front or Rashford play 1 half, or maybe even Dani Olmo out. I don't know, but you're the manager and you should have known who's ready or not. And I'm sure that if Leva was playing this game, he could have scored 2 goals actually, and this wouldn't be the result. And again, I want to talk about one thing that was clear that no one is talking about. They talking about PSG missing 3 players like Kvaratskhelia and Due and Dembele. Like, it would be a big difference. I know there is big difference in their side, but there is big difference in our side as well. If we had Juan Garcia in goal, they couldn't score even once. This is obvious, and you have to understand that. And Balde over here, if he was ready all these weeks, we would have had another way to create chance. You have to understand that you don't have to have a great brain or great IQ to understand that we were missing player as well as them, and this was for both sides, not just for us. Yeah. Okay then. This is it, guys. Let me know what you made of this game. I am so angry and frustrated with the way we played, and it wasn't acceptable as well. Yeah, let me know what you think or made of this game, and rating of this player, whatever we did, and big tactical overview for this game. And yeah, see you soon in the next one.